Welcome to the Wisdom from Within podcast. My name is Jen Axe, and I am your host. This is where mindset meets body set, where we access both so that we can make the most genuine, authentic, empowered impact on those we love and those we serve. Let's get started.
Oh my gosh. You truly are one of my favorite humans on the planet. I feel so lucky to know you. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we are here with this extraordinary practitioner who has captured my heart and the heart of so many. No, seriously, I know you always laugh at me and whatever, but I am truly one of your biggest fans. And I don't even want to, I cannot do it justice. I think the work you're doing, the community you've created of holistic practitioners and how you serve is extraordinary. So I want you to introduce yourself, girl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Tell us who are we in the presence of?
You are in the presence of Beth Leas.
Yes.
And I am a holy shifter. I'm a cosmic queen.
Woohoo!
And I'm a chi whiz.
Oh. Oh my goodness. No, seriously. Beth.
Yeah, go. Seriously.
No, can you I would love, this is wisdom from within. This is about our body is guiding us. Our body is knowing, no logic. This is intuitive guidance from within. And you understand this as well as anybody else. And I would love to start with you sharing a bit about your journey and sort of how you came into your knowing and how you trusted your guidance, the inner guidance to bring you where you are today. That's a loaded question.
Big question.
But it's a good one. So just give it to us, girl.
All right. So I was blessed with a very challenging childhood. And I really mean that. I was blessed with it. I feel like my healing journey started very young. And I've always felt very connected to something bigger than myself, which I think is what really helped me get through a lot of tough times. I discovered meditation when I was 15 and credit it with saving my life. And also really helping me find my path on my healing journey. It's the biggest self-help tool, really, biggest transformational self-help tool that anybody can do, and anybody can do it. And then I struggled a lot. I did a lot of the wild child kind of things in my teens and early 20s. But I always knew that there was something out there for me to be doing. I didn't know what my purpose was at that point. I took some energy healing classes, and after I had taken one energy healing class, I knew that was what I was supposed to be doing. And I just kept following the breadcrumbs, going for more things.
Yeah. I'm curious about what, not necessarily getting into your story, but what was that inner knowing to bring you to meditation first? What was your body feeling?
Angst. A lot of angst.
Right. How'd you know it was meditation that was going to support you?
I was babysitting for a family that was pretty woo-woo at the time, and they turned me on to a lot of really cool things, and meditation was one of them.
Was it hard at first?
No.
You got right in.
Yeah. Because I feel like I always had a connection to something bigger than myself.
Right.
So it was easy for me to go there. I mean,
Why did you feel like you had that bigger I'm so curious. And I mean, we've talked about this, but like it's so interesting to me. Like you just felt in your body like this energy connection to something. Like
yeah.
what did that feel like?
Well, I mean, one of the benefits of some kinds of trauma is that you learn how to dissociate.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So that
Right.
part is really easy for me. But the connection to something bigger, I think, is like I had experiences like that during dissociation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I found a lot of being in nature was really helpful for me in terms of healing a lot of the grief and the sadness.
Mhm, mhm. Oh, so that's interesting. So because you had a clear disconnect, you knew when you were connecting because it was so
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So then you're on this meditation path and then what started to show up for you that really started to resonate and you could like lock into something tangible?
In meditation,
Yeah, like in meditation, at what point in your life are you like, "Okay, things are coming to me like I'm on a path. This isn't just meditation, it's actually my life purpose." Like how
yeah, it was definitely, I went to a Reiki 1 class, and by the end of the class, I just had this inner knowing, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I actually said to myself, within a year, I'm gonna be doing this full time, which was
wow,
crazy, which was crazy because nobody was doing Reiki full time back in 1990. So,
that's unbelievable. So how'd you get on that path? Like what was the next thing you did to make
so
that
I
happen?
finished my Reiki mastership. I started doing Jinshin Jitsu, which is another Japanese healing art, and started practicing, and had a lot of friends who were massage therapists and psychotherapists and things like that. And 9 months after I took that Reiki 1 class, my boss came to me and said, "You know what? I don't need you anymore." And I was like, "Goo."
Oh,
I
shit.
said, "Oh, thank you, universe, for kicking
Right.
me out of the nest, the proverbial nest." Um, yeah, so and then I started my practice out of my spare bedroom in my house. And then in 1997, I started a holistic health center in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Which has now become how many members?
200 members,
Woo!
girl.
And you got something like 5,000 people or some crazy
Yeah, on
number
the
on your
email list. Yeah.
I mean, you're an incredible force. And so how okay, I like have a lot of questions and I'm curious though about this collection of people. So you start going on this path yourself. You start this in your basement, did you
Spare
say?
bedroom, spare bedroom.
Spare bedroom. Okay. I went like down. I went down a couple floors. Okay, so you're in your spare bedroom and
And I
then
loved it.
yeah, so tell us about that.
I loved it. I loved working out of my bedroom. I'm an introvert. It was so fabulous. I didn't have to go out in the world. People came to me. It was awesome. And a large percentage of my practice at that time was people living with life-challenging illnesses, cancer,
Mm,
HIV, AIDS, MS, big label things. Um, and I thought it was great. And then I was like, this is great for keeping a clean house because I have clients coming over. And it's great for the introvert in me. But, I'm referring all these clients to other practitioners.
mm,
And why isn't there a place where people can gather together and like where there are lots of practitioners and we can learn from one another and
mhm,
enjoy each other's company and have our
mhm.
clients go, under one roof? Because there
Yeah,
was nothing like that.
right.
So I started a holistic health center in 1997, back in the
Damn.
1900s. Girl.
Yeah. Okay, that's incredible. I this is the question I had. I knew it would come back to me. Um, Many people that experience trauma in their life, and you referenced that you have, and I know a bit about your life story, and that's partly why I'm like, you're such an inspiration and so incredible, truly. Um, what a gift. I am curious, like there are people that experience such heaviness and pain and feel broken and feel that they could never do what you did, to listen to that intuition, to follow and to go to not even to even be connected to it in the first place. So like what would you say to those people that are listening to you and they're like, Wow. She found meditation after trauma. Then after that, followed the guide to then create this business. Like, I don't even know where to start kind of thing. Like, what would you say to those people?
I would say you're not broken.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I would say.
Okay. Can you speak to that a
Um,
little bit more? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think the world is broken, perhaps. Your world is broken, but you aren't broken. And
Right.
it's just about remembering who you are. Remembering who you are. You're not your trauma.
Mm. So many people feel like they are,
Yeah,
like it was their fault.
yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
So it's about finding the people around you to support you and supporting yourself, listening to yourself.
Yeah. Listening to yourself, because I think also, if I'm not mistaken, did you have a lot of people supporting you, or was it
No,
mostly?
I didn't
Yeah.
start telling people about my trauma until I was probably 13 or 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And
that's
I
when that
wasn't telling the
family.
people in my family who were the cause of the trauma about it
Of
either.
course. Right, of course. So then you're with this family, you said, that really gave you, some tools, and that's where you found the meditation.
The people that I used to babysit for, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. See, that's so beautiful that you have, so it's
Yeah,
like it can come when you least expect it.
absolutely, 100%.
Incredible. Unbelievable. So, do you find that, I mean, I want you to share with us the work that you gather and bring in all these practitioners. It's incredible what a community, and you yourself are doing Reiki and so many things. Can you share a little bit about that? And what I love about this is just like your life experience informing those practices even still to this day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take people where you haven't been. So I've been spent, since I was, let's say 15, that's 50 years on my healing journey. It's a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing if not persistent about it. Um, yeah, so
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean,
No,
I
the
think
work you do, like, yeah, go ahead.
the community, building community has been really powerful for me. And I feel like I've
Mm,
created the family I wish I had,
mm,
the support around me that I wish I had.
yeah,
And they've become my family.
yes,
Um, and there's a lot of healing in that and
yeah,
connecting people and having people um, learn from each other. And I feel like that work is really that's the purpose of why I'm here, is to be a connector, to find,
mhm,
to help people, support people in growing their practices so that they can reach more and more people. I realized pretty early on, having the center, that I could create an impact when working with my clients, but
mhm,
I could have an even bigger impact if I helped practitioners have a bigger impact in their businesses. Because a lot of practitioners are great at what they do, but they're not so great at the business aspect.
mhm, mhm, mhm. I love that. I was looking at, some of the things that you've written, and I love this quote I'm gonna share with you that
Okay.
you wrote. Yeah, you said, "I believe I was brought into this world to share my gifts of laughter, my innate ability to hold a space energetically for my clients where deep transformative healing takes place, and my devotion to creating a strong community where the light of a single candle burns brighter in a gathering." I really love that so much. And I'd love for you to speak to your belief around, that light that
Yeah, well, I
you
think we,
believe
I
we
mean,
have.
we all have
Mhm.
a light,
Mm,
and I feel like our purpose here on earth is to have that shine as brightly as possible. And
mhm,
when you're standing with other people who are working on shining their light out into the world, we create a much bigger impact
mhm.
than just one light.
Yeah, so beautiful. So, for those that, are like, well, I want to shine my light, I feel something inside, but I don't know how to access it. What do they do? Like,
Uh,
what's the first, like, what would you say would be the first thing outside of making the statement of like, you're not broken, you're all the things, you're this and that. I mean, you have so many practices in the palm of your hands, no pun intended.
I kind of like that pun.
Reiki master. Uh, but I am curious about that because there's
I
so
think
many
it's
people
about
that don't know
tuning
where to
in.
start.
It's totally
Tuning
about
in.
tuning in. Like even just breathing, just focusing on your breath.
Right.
Tuning in, tuning in. I think it's so easy to tune out these days and to get so
Yeah.
fixated on the noise that's around us and the chaos and the confusion and
Mm.
listening to other people and listening to the news. And what's most important is what's happening inside, right? Your
Yeah.
body is speaking.
Let's go. Nice drop on that one. For those that don't know, I wrote a book called Your Body is Speaking. It is so true, isn't it?
It's so true.
And then there's the questions around, okay, so how do you know your body's right? Like if your
How do you
body's
know your body's not right?
exactly. But some people, I do get asked the question around, yes, I want to follow my intuition, but how do I know that it's right? Or, it led me down the wrong path years ago. How do I know it's not going to again?
Well, I think one of the most powerful things you can do is write down your thoughts.
Mhm.
So just make a note of what your thoughts are telling you.
Mhm.
And I think it's important to not believe everything you think.
Mhm.
But a lot of people don't even know what they're thinking.
Right.
So I think it's important just to follow follow the thoughts.
Yeah.
Listen
Follow
to
the
the
thought.
thoughts. What is your
Listen.
self-talk?
Mm. Mhm.
And you can shift those. If you don't, if you're not talking to yourself like you would talk to a friend, or a friend you would want a friend to talk to you. You have the power to shift that narrative.
Right.
That's what I
Exactly.
would say.
Yeah, I love that. And there's there are those thoughts and writing down the thoughts and also writing down the feelings that go along with the thoughts.
Yes,
And even
absolutely.
just noticing, um, because journaling, it's like there's always something. Not one thing is prescribed. There's no prescription.
No,
Everybody is different. So the invitation to journal, the invitation to just pause and notice and close your eyes. I always like the
absolutely.
closing of the eyes, right? Because then you can kind of create a boundary with some of the noise that's around you and the distraction and
Yeah, you
go
can tune
inward.
tune out and tune in.
Mhm, mhm. Talk to us about your tarot. I love your practice of tarot. Can you tell us about
Tarot.
that?
So a
Yes.
lot of people think that the tarot is telling you what to do or how to live your life. But I
Okay.
see the tarot more as a tool for transformation.
Mhm.
There's a Carl Jung quote that I think applies to the tarot, which is, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate.
Damn, that's good.
Boom, mic drop. So I feel like we all have a lot of things running around in our unconscious we have
Mhm.
no idea about. And I think
Mm.
life in general is about, or your healing journey, to be more specific, is about making the unconscious conscious so you can
Mm.
make different choices.
Mhm.
So anybody can draw a trajectory from where you've been and where you are to where you're headed.
Mhm.
But what people forget is that in the present moment, we have infinite possibilities of choices we can make to change that trajectory. So the
Mhm.
tarot to me isn't about revealing your destiny or revealing your fate. It's more about illuminating the subconscious, allowing those unconscious things to be brought to the surface so you can see your life differently. And when you can see your life differently, you can go different places.
Yeah, I love that. Can you tell us a little bit, like, how does that work, the tarot? What happens
Well,
if I sit down with you?
that's what that's about, is about making the unconscious conscious. So whatever
Right.
cards you get,
So you select cards. How many? Is there a specific number or?
well, there's 78 cards in the tarot.
Okay.
And every reading is different. There's many readings. You could pull one card. You could pull,
Right.
I could spend an hour doing a tarot reading or 90
Wow.
minutes doing a tarot reading. So it all depends on like what's happening.
Right.
But it's like 78 different lessons of life, different spiritual lessons.
Okay.
From my
Because I'm not that
perspective.
familiar with tarot. So I love that you're explaining it to me.
Yeah. And so the cards you get have a story or
Mm-hmm.
a lesson or,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. So someone pulls it, you explain what the meaning behind the card is, and then do they share about how it relates to their
Well,
life or?
the way I do the tarot is I use the tarot as a conversation piece. So I have
Okay.
songs for all the tarot cards. I have questions and affirmations and quotes and, like that. A lot of things about the tarot. I make it fun. It's really it's another tool for transformation. That's all, like meditation or breath work or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, it's important to share the details and share the power of it because, again, this podcast is all about wisdom from within. So, in order to get to know that wisdom, we got to go within. And there's a lot of different ways to do that, whether
A
it's
lot.
journaling or whether it's meditation or whether it's all the things. And tarot is one of those tools. I love that. What other tools you got up your sleeve?
What else you got?
What else you got? Yes. You're like the
so
master.
many.
I know. Just give us a
Infinite
couple.
supply.
That's why I
Infinite
love you and
supply.
that's why you're here because you're like the master of the wisdom for all the access to the wisdom. So give us another
I
tool.
love the art of inquiry, which is all about asking questions and
Yes.
good questions. I always say that the
Mhm.
answers you get in life are only as good as the questions you ask.
Okay. So what are some good questions?
Like, what do you desire? Really?
Okay. What do you
Or
desire? Mm-hmm.
what would you do if you weren't afraid?
Right.
Or what are you choosing to leave behind?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Or what's stirring within you?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I love it. One thing, well, there's a lot of things I love about you, but something I love is that before you start your community sessions, whether it's these breakfasts or whatever it is, you have a question every time. It seems, right? That's how the structure is. I mean, every time I've come, it's always there's a question online or in person. And I love that because that just speaks to the inquiry. How did you phrase that? You said
The art of
the
inquiry.
art of inquiry. Right. What's the art part?
The art part is just, I don't like asking questions that are like, who are you? Well, I mean, unless it's like, well, who are you can be a good question.
Right.
Like,
We kind of want to know who the people are. Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah.
I just think that being curious
Mm.
is an art.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so it's about being curious and being curious about asking questions that are for yourself that from a sense of curiosity so that you can just like find new aspects of yourself, new dimensions of yourself,
Right.
find new answers within you, because we are not the people who we think we are.
True. It's the people who we feel we are.
Oh, well, it could be that.
It could be partly that. Yeah. I'm also feeling like the art of the inquiry outside of the question, which is so important. Also, the relationship to the inquiry, leaning in with that curiosity and that compassion, the love instead of the judgment. So when we're curious and asking and going inside to learn more about ourselves, to tap into that wisdom, to make sure that we're not doing it from a place of judgment.
Absolutely.
right? And that is an art. That is an art. It's a practice.
It's definitely a practice.
And it's essential.
Yeah.
It's essential to get to really know that compassion piece is essential to really get to know who we truly are, because we started on this planet so pure and beautiful and completely whole, and we're still whole. We just have become disconnected from the truth of who we are. So when we lean in with that compassion, we're really going to hear from that wholeness, from that essence of who we truly are, as opposed to the judgment, right?
Yeah,
You pick,
absolutely. And
yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I love the compassion piece is super important.
Hmm.
And I also think that it's kind of like treasure hunting, you know? It's like going within can be a treasure hunt. So it's about dusting off all the dirt and grime and cleaning off all the stuff that keeps us from sparkling and shining out in the world, you know?
Yeah. Do you believe that this is meant for us? Like, this is the human experience, to come in whole, pure, and then life is supposed to happen exactly as it should. And it's our almost a responsibility, if we take that on, or it is the life path, to then cycle back to that essence. Do you feel like that is the trajectory?
I thought that was an interesting question.
Hmm.
Look at you.
Look at me. Yeah.
Um, well, I think it's our responsibility to find out what our purpose is and to shine as brightly as we can, for sure.
Hmm. Because you believe we all have a purpose.
I absolutely believe we all have a purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is our mission here? Why were we born into this place and time?
Hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I do think it's a responsibility for us to find our way home, so that we can find that purpose. And I know that that can be so hard for people to wrap their head around. Like, oh, it's my responsibility. But if we can look at it that way, in a way, it's like what you were saying, having a different relationship with our trauma, having a different relationship with our journey, and seeing us, it can be more empowering, I think, if we look at it like that. Like, there's all this stuff under the what you describe as like the dirt and the grind, getting underneath, bringing that up again. That's what we're meant to do. So that is the gift we're given, to dig and find what that is, in a way.
Yeah, find that treasure, right?
Right. I love that. Find that treasure. Find your treasure.
Find your treasure. Go on a little treasure hunt, baby.
Okay, I think this is a collaboration idea
Let's
for
do
us.
it.
I know we have so many great ideas to collaborate together. I do love that. Underneath all of it, there is a treasure. And are you going to hunt for it, or are you just going to sit with it,
Or just let it be buried.
or let it be buried? And we can't do that. So we
You
need to
can't do
surround
that.
ourselves. That's why your community is so beautiful, because you're surrounding the world with these people that believe in all of this. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
You're pretty awesome.
You're even awesomer.
Oh my goodness, love fest. Okay, so yeah, I will just land with I you really have done it, We've all done it in our own way. We all have the journey we're all striving toward, and we're doing the best we can. And I do really love that you really found your way through your life experience, and have found those treasures, and have brought those treasures to the world, to yourself first, and then to others. So I find your story very inspiring. If anyone wants to read about Beth, where do they go, or get to know you more? I mean, just all of it. Have you written
Just
your book
ask me.
yet? When do you
No, I
write
have
your book?
not.
Okay, you need a book.
They
Yeah,
can
tell
find
us,
me
tell
at,
us.
they can find me at bethleas.com. That's where they can find me.
Perfect.
Or tlc.com.
Tribe TLC, which is an incredible community of practitioners and healers. And and I'm a part of it, and we meet
Yes,
virtually, we meet in person. It's led by Beth, and like that quote, the laughter piece is a big part of you, which I love. I love we just laugh all the time. And yes, the world is in crazy uncertainty and chaos.
We need to be laughing more.
And we choose to laugh, in moments that we can, that feel appropriate, that feel aligned. And that is a beautiful invitation. Yes. Love it all. Okay, so we know how to find you. I'm so grateful to you for coming on Wisdom from Within. I appreciate you. I adore you. I love you. And I'm so excited. I'm sure you'll be back.
Thanks for
All
having
right. Absolutely. All right, listeners. I will see you next week on Wisdom from Within. Okay.
Woohoo!
See you. Woo! Yeah.